Did YoungBoy take shots at you on Know Like I Know?
Yeah.
When you heard that, what'd you think?
It was funny to me. I feel like it's not serious when it hit the net. It's just entertainment to me.
Yeah.
It was entertaining. Good song.
Around that same time, you got into it with someone at the airport?
yeah. Rental car place.
Are you seeing sort of a pattern at this point of just fighting people in public?
It just come to me, man. I look forward at one time. The time I did look forward, it was at the beach. Other times I was just protecting myself. He really came to me and jumped at me. That's really why I swung. I wasn't even gonna swing on him. I was gonna keep walking and try to go on by my day because my family was all the way at the other end.
Did you have security with you that day?
Nah, they was landing a little later. So like we was on 2 different planes and I landed first. He was talking, I hit him in the mouth. His mouth was kind of swole out of the fact. He claimed he punched me and I fell, but I didn't.
He claimed he knocked you out.
Yeah, I didn't fall off a punch. I feel like he got what he deserved and I just kept it pushing. But after that, I vowed myself, I was like, bro, if I keep becoming a slave to a person's words, I'm a slave to him, you know what I mean? I keep doing, yeah, so like, it just gotta move differently, move a different way.
Yeah, that thing was not for me. That was I wanted to do that for Reggie. I want to see that for me too, but seeing Reggie there and happy, that shit looks so fire, bro. I'm just so happy for Reggie. Like, Reggie really got to go see that concert.
He gave me an NBA chain, and I'm in Houston. He said, hey, say, gangster. He said, you know what that chain come with? I said, what that mean? He was like, hey, say, that chain come with murder, you hear me? He was like, you gotta understand, like, if you gonna fuck with me, what if you gonna do a show, you hear me? And when you get on that bus, somebody follow you and shoot that shit up. Now my beef is your beef. And I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? You feel me? So I'm like, so this chain like you feel me? I'm just like, damn, like, I'm just coming to make beats.
What's going on with Kai, man? I see he's saying NBA YoungBoy took his bra.
Yeah, I don't know if that's fake news or not. It's like hard to tell these days because the fake news is almost louder than the real news.
I don't think, I think YoungBoy his girl. He just had his 27th kid.
I hope that's true. That would be amazing.
I mean, if I was Kai, should he be honored that YoungBoy was his girl while he was too?
No, because that was like the love of his life. Like they were like real serious boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't know exactly how.
And it's bad timing because he's been going through this mental trip.
When you're young, if you hit a lick, like becoming one of the world's most popular streamers, then you need to just basically run that program until the money slows up, right?
Slows up.
You can make generational wealth over the next couple years and then not do shit for the rest of your life and be good. If you can make 50 or 100 million and then just chill, you are good and you can sit on a beach for the rest of your life. The thing with Kai is that like he's taken the streaming thing as far as it could possibly go.
How old you is? 26. If you was born 10 years ago, how old are you right now?
If I was born 10 years ago, how old like?
You was born 10 years ago.
I'd be 16.
16?
I'd be 16 if I was born 10 years ago.
If you was born 10 years ago, you'd be 16 years old. Yeah, you're right. That's correct.
You gonna see a gun in his video, right? You go to the next one, he got a gun in his video, right? Man, you gotta dig a little deeper sometime, bro. All right, now look at his mama. His mama ain't no gangster, so how the fuck is he a gangster? That shit don't be adding up, bro.
Don't try to sit on.
Don't try it on. It's our entertainment.
What if I told you one awkward live stream moment exposed a war that's been quietly building for years? No flashy edits, no captions telling you how to feel, just raw audio, shaky energy, and one sentence that made the entire hip-hop internet freeze. Because when someone casually dismissed 4KT on live, it wasn't funny, it wasn't trolling, and it definitely wasn't random. What followed were viral clips, apologies, subtle warnings, and rumors so heavy they blurred the line between content and real-world danger. And the deeper you dig, the clearer it becomes. This wasn't about a live stream at all. This was about loyalty, bloodlines, federal pressure, and a beef that refuses to die. And once you understand the full story, that moment hits very different. The live stream itself didn't look special at first. No filters, no dramatic setup. Just a freshly home rapper kicking it online, talking his shoti, reconnecting with fans who'd waited years to see him free again. The energy was high, the chat was moving fast, thousands of people tapping in, celebrating someone who came home solid after doing serious time. That alone already gave the moment weight. But then something changed. 3 letters started flooding the chat over and over again. 4KT, 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 and instead of reacting how most people expected, the response was cold, almost dismissive. like those letters didn't even exist. He kept asking one thing: who? Not once, not twice, again and again. The internet went crazy immediately. Memes, clips, hot takes everywhere. But people who really pay attention noticed something different. The tone wasn't playful, the energy wasn't joking. It felt like someone crossed a line without realizing how deep it ran. And that's when things got uncomfortable. To understand why that moment mattered, you have to understand who was on that live stream. Pooh Shiesty wasn't just another rapper hopping on live for attention. This was someone fresh home from the feds, barely months removed from a multi-year bid. Someone who did their time without folding. Someone whose name stayed ringing even while locked up. The chat wasn't hype just because he was online. It was hype because he survived something that ends a lot of careers. He came home with respect still intact. And when someone touches down like that, every word carries extra weight, especially when it comes to alliances. As the chat kept pushing 4KT, it wasn't random fans trolling. That was a test, a temperature check. People watching to see where he stood now that he was back in the free world. And his reaction answered that question loud and clear. But the moment that really shifted everything came seconds later, when another voice jumped into the call. That's when Rockeye entered the picture. Up until then, the stream was tense but controlled. Then Rockeye casually said it. "I'm 4K Dre." Silence. The energy dropped instantly. No jokes, no laughter, just confusion, tension, and an abrupt end to the call. The clip spread everywhere within hours. Twitter exploded, Instagram Reels multiplied, TikTok creators raced to be first with breakdowns. People replayed those few seconds like they were studying surveillance footage. Every pause, every reaction, every word dissected, because that wasn't entertainment anymore. When that was someone accidentally stepping into a beef they didn't fully understand. And the worst part? That moment didn't come out of nowhere. This tension didn't start on a live stream. It started years earlier, with names that still carry weight today. To understand why those three letters matter, you have to rewind to November 2020, the moment everything changed. Before that, the friction between camps was mostly online. Instagram lives, sneak disses, subliminals, the usual rap back and forth that fades with time. Then King Von was killed. What happened that night turned online tension into something permanent, something personal, something that couldn't be wrapped away. From that point on, alliances hardened, sides were chosen, and every move after that came loaded with history. NBA YoungBoy stood by Quando Rondo, Lil Durk stood by Von. And once those lines were drawn, there was no neutral ground left. The music reflected it almost immediately. Tracks dropped that weren't subtle. Bars crossed lines that couldn't be uncrossed. Names weren't always said, but everyone knew exactly who was being talked about. YoungBoy released records that fans took as direct disrespect. Durk responded with his own shots. Billboards popped up in places they weren't supposed to. What used to be competition turned into provocation. And when music starts sounding like messages instead of art, people get nervous. Because history has shown that when rap beef stops being metaphorical, real consequences follow. And this time, the consequences weren't rumors. They were federal. By 2024, things escalated in a way no one could ignore. Prosecutors dropped allegations that shocked the industry. Claims that this wasn't just rap drama anymore, but organized activity operating behind the scenes. Words like enterprise started showing up in paperwork. Multiple people were indicted. Alleged coordination across states, flights, weapons, planning. This wasn't street chaos. This was structure. Bail was denied. Court dates kept getting pushed back. The case grew heavier with every update. And suddenly, one of the biggest names in hip-hop was facing the kind of situation that doesn't end with a slap on the wrist. This is the context most people ignored when watching that live stream. So when Pooh Shiesty publicly showed loyalty, it wasn't symbolic. It was risky. Because Shiesty wasn't just choosing a side emotionally, he was choosing one legally. His own past was already complicated, his own record wasn't clean. His freedom came with conditions, supervision, and very little room for error. One wrong association, one bad look, one incident prosecutors could twist. And yet, he didn't hesitate. He doubled down. Pooh Shiesty's story didn't start with fame. He grew up in South Memphis, surrounded by the same realities that shaped a lot of artists who never made it out. Violence, pressure, limited options. Music wasn't a dream at first, it was survival. When his sound finally broke through, it was raw and unmistakable. No polish, no gimmicks, just Memphis energy. By 2020, he was everywhere, signing deals, dropping hits, running up numbers fast. Then everything stopped. Federal charges, courtrooms, prison. For most artists, that's the end. But for Shiesty, something different happened. While he was gone, his name stayed alive. Lil Durk kept shouting him out. Fans didn't forget. And when he finally came home, the anticipation was real. That's why the live stream mattered. This was his reintroduction, and he made it clear he didn't come back to play neutral. After the clip went viral, backlash followed immediately. King Von's sister spoke out, calling the moment disrespectful and unnecessary. And when she speaks, people listen. Not because of clout, but because her brother's death is the foundation of this entire conflict. Rakai found himself apologizing publicly, multiple times. First for the awkward moment, then for not understanding the weight behind those letters. But apologies don't rewind moments. And YoungBoy noticed. He didn't go loud, he didn't need to. Subtle comments, lives of his own, warnings about stream antics and rage baiting. The message was clear. He saw everything, and so did his affiliates. Music followed again. More aggressive visuals, more violent imagery, lines that made fans uncomfortable instead of entertained. Even artists respected by both sides admitted there was no way to stay neutral anymore. Once blood was spilled, mediation stopped being an option, and in the middle of all of this, rumors started spreading. Claims of footage, alleged attempts, stories moving faster than facts. So let's slow this part down. There is no confirmed footage showing Pooh Shiesti's affiliates trying to take out NBA YoungBoy. What exists instead is speculation. Clickbait thumbnails, unverified claims, creators repeating rumors without proof. But here's why people believed it so easily. Because the violence in this conflict is real. Our prosecutors are already alleging multiple incidents tied to this beef. Confidential informants, connections being mapped, patterns being established. When something has already crossed from music into courtrooms, people stop giving the benefit of the doubt. That's why even fake footage feels believable, not because it's true, but because it doesn't sound impossible anymore. That's what makes this entire situation so dangerous. Social media turns tension into entertainment. Algorithms reward outrage. Creators chase clicks without thinking about consequences. Meanwhile, the people involved don't get to log off. They live with it every day. Pooh Shiesty even admitted it himself later, talking about growth, reflection, learning inside, realizing what actually matters. His words sounded mature, grounded, honest, but his actions, still aggressive, still dismissive, still publicly loyal in a war that's already taken too much. And that contradiction is what keeps people watching. Because this story isn't just about Shiesty, it's about what hip-hop has become in the streaming era, where loyalty gets tested live, where beef never cools off, where clicks travel faster than consequences. That live stream moment didn't expose something new. It exposed something that's been there the whole time. And that's why this story isn't over, not even close. Because in a world where feds are building cases, where affiliations carry real weight, and where one sentence can shift an entire narrative, being unstoppable isn't a flex. It's a prayer. Stay sharp, stay aware, and keep watching. Because this war, it's far from finished.